everybody, this is Eric from Eric's Edge. I'd like to talk to you for a few minutes about the latest HyperCard game that I'm creating called Adventure. Unique title, right? It's a mostly text adventure game that works pretty much the way you would expect, where you can go north, navigate around, pick up objects, things like that. What's a little different about this is that it's built in HyperCard and also comes with an editor. So you can run the edit stack to create your own text adventure games. The demonstration version of the game is called The Tavern, and it takes you through a tavern and various rooms in it. You meet various non-player characters, you can pick up objects, and there's actions that you can take place in the game, like you would in any kind of text adventure game. When you start the game, it shows you this location description. In this case, it's a tavern. You can go in different directions. You could go north, south, east, and west. There is a series of screens that tell you about the game, and you can configure some of the settings. There are commands that you can use, and this is a list that you can bring up so that you don't have to type them in. There is an editor for adventure so that you can create your own game or modify an existing game. And of course, you can start a new game. Let's type in, since it's a text adventure game, let's go north. Okay, you're at the door. It's the entrance to the tavern. It describes the door, and let's go ahead and try to use one of the commands. Your name in the game is configurable, so you could say, call me. Anything with an ellipsis you would want to replace with your name. Call me Ishmael. Hit return. Well met, Ishmael. There's other commands that you can do. The directions, exit takes you out of the game. There's help for the game so that you can understand what the commands do. You can list your inventory. You can look around. You could rest or sleep to regain some of your stats. So let's just go north again. Okay, you step through the heavy oak door, and you're now inside the tavern, and it describes all the the ambience of the tavern and what's going on. Straight ahead, a massive stone hearth dominates a back wall. So let's go to the hearth. So again, it's all directional. So to the north. Now we're at the hearth, and it describes it, and you see the tavern bard. You can speak to him. So talk to Bard, and he responds with he's singing, and you could continue to talk to him. Just hit enter and it'll repeat the last command, and he's going through his song, and then eventually has nothing to say because you've exhausted the dialogue. This version of the game does not have interactive dialogue. You basically just have them talk. And depending on what you put into the game, it'll either be random text or random lines, or it'll be a specified script. So let's take a look around. So I can do look, and it describes what's going on. And there is, so the hearth again. So we can go east, and you're at the stairs. Go north. Now you're in the hallway at the top of the stairs. I haven't implemented up or down or things like that. So typically your directions or the description for the location you're at would indicate what you see to the north, south, east, or west, so that it helps with navigation. I am working on a version that includes a interactive map so that you can move from location to location just by clicking. So again, mostly text adventure, but it does have some graphical elements for navigation, things like that. East. And now you are in, and there's a rather long description here for the East room. So you can scroll up so that you could, get the whole text. I am going to build into this a way to have it do some text and then allow you to hit enter so you can continue reading through it instead of having to scroll back up. More features to do. So in this room, it looks like it was ransacked, and there's go east. Let's see if there's anything there. So I'm looking at a oak chest, and you see a hooded cloak. Let's say get cloak. Okay, I've taken the hooded cloak. So now let's look at our inventory. And I've got one hooded cloak and its value 40. Look at cloak. Can't type today. Okay. A hooded gray cloak with a silver feather clasp. Blah, blah, blah. Let's also look at my health stats. Look at me. Okay, I have a health of 17, strength 17, stamina 17, and magic of 17. And I'm carrying a hooded cloak. Well, what else can I do? Oh yeah, I've visited the doorway, so it gives you where you visited as well. So I can use the cloak. And it says that I put the cloak on, and I've gained 1 magic. So apparently this is a magic cloak. If I look at my stats again, at me, I've gained 1 in magic. I want to show you the editor. And we're going to open the tavern. So the editor opens where it has a description of the file. This is that introduction that is shown to you at the beginning of the game. You have a player, and there's a default name and a description for the player, and then your health stats. And you can change the name of the player here. We could make it Ishmael, save it, and now Ishmael is the name of the player. You make all of your changes, and then eventually you're going to want to save that file. So we could save our game and replace it, and now it's going to say Ishmael in there. There's help information, although the demo I haven't put the help in yet, but basically you can put in what the name of the help is, like help, you could say weapons or something like that. And it would have a description of it and an alias, so you could put in different weapon names, or you could say knife or something like that, so that it would still describe how weapons work. Locations. So the game is built up of various locations, and you can define what the description of that location is, with or without a lamp, because if you have a lamp, maybe you're in a dark cave. You can't see anything unless you have the lamp lit. And then you have the different directions and different locations you can go to depending on where you need to go from there. So let's cancel that. I don't want to edit. Yeah, and there's a bug in the code. So there are different objects you can put in a location. So let's do this. We're going to edit the game. Going to go to the hearth where the bard is, and we're going to add a battle axe, just one, and we're going to put it in there. Let's save that. We're going to save our game, save it, replace the file, and now we're going to go back to the game. Now it still has the original version loaded. You have to start over. If you hit new game here, it doesn't load the game file, it just resets all your stats and everything. So what we need to do is open the game, and it warns you you're going to lose where you're at. We're going to pick the tavern again. I've got a bug in that code. I'm working on the map, and this version of the game doesn't know how to interpret the map, so it throws a bunch of errors out. Okay, so we're back in the tavern. Let's use the navigation thing here. We're going to go north. I'm in the entrance. Go north again. In the doorway. Now we're at the hearth. So I see a battle axe and I see the bard. So we're going to take battle axe. Oh, it's one word. A-X-E. So I've taken it. If I look at my inventory, I've got a battle axe. I'm going to use the battle axe. Okay. So I've taken this battle axe out and I'm using it. Attack bard. So it's a little specific on the syntax. It doesn't ignore things like the or a battle axe. Attack bard with axe. See, now the bard is a ally, and if you attack someone like that, they'll run away. So he's run away to some other location. You'll come across him later. He might avoid you because you attacked him. If he hadn't run away, he might have responded by attacking me back, or there's various things that could happen. Anyway, I save that for when you actually play the game. You'll be able to see that action. So let's go into the settings. So about adventure, it's got some text, describes how it works. The license, this is going to be a completely open and free license. It's essentially the MIT license, so you'll be able to use it for whatever you want. And credits is a scrolling little text box that shows you who's contributed to it. So in the final version of the game, we're going to have some characters that you may recognize from other places. A disclaimer about it. There's some directions on how to play. There's directions on how to use the editor. And then configuration. And one of the things I'm doing, turn on the sound effects here so you can hear them. And you can adjust the system volume. I tried to integrate background music, but ran into some issues with the external command for background music and decided for this version just not to implement that. Anyway, so there you go. Go back to the game. And now if we look at the location, again, if you go to the editor, and we go to the location, as part of the description you could embed some sounds. So insert sound effect. There's a media folder for the game, and ambient low. Let's add that. So it sticks this reference into the game so that you've got it. We save it. And we save our game file. Save. Replace. We go back to the game. And we load it again. And let's go north. I don't know if you heard that. It's not very loud, but there's a sound effect of that's in the doorway. That's basically it at this point. You know, the demo doesn't have the battle in it yet, so I'll have to add that, and I'll update this demonstration. But just wanted to give you an idea of what the game was about and how it's constructed. There'll be a lot more in the demo at VCF Midwest. Hopefully you'll be able to play the game there. Definitely will be there so that I can discuss it and talk about it with people. So thanks for joining me and spending some time looking at this this neat little thing that I'm putting together. I hope you guys have an opportunity to come to VCF Midwest. It'd be great to see everybody. And thank you. We'll see you later. Bye.